I'm just a guy who loves Disney that has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney. I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney News and Reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney News and Reviews. I'm File91e. Sorry for my haggard appearance. It's just been a crazy, tough, long week for File91e, and I'm kind of glad it's over and I can just move on and not have to deal with it anymore. You know, it's just been crazy long, and I'm sorry for missing last week, but you know, just personal stuff and family issues. Everybody's fine now, so it's all, you know, it's all kind of good. So I do apologize for missing last week without any notice. But you know, yeah, I have to look out for my family first, and I'm glad you guys understood. So, but anyway, I'm back this week, and I want to review pretty much what I wanted to do last week, but that didn't exactly happen. So yeah, I got Captain America actually in the mail, which was cool, from the Disney Movie Club. That was you know, that was like my recent DVD pickup. I didn't do an unboxing of it just because there's so many other ones out there, you know, which was cool. I also went to Disney on Ice, which I'm going to be reviewing today. So that was fun. It was really interesting. It was the 100 Years of Magic show, so that was actually very fun. And you know, I had a good time. It was awesome. It was really, really cool. So yeah, that's it for me this week. Let's get right to the news. Now, this first thing is something that I was really reading about last week, and I really wanted to talk to you guys about. Some big changes are expected to be implemented at all FastPass attractions next month. Starting March 7th, it is expected that the FastPass return windows will now be actively enforced, with a 5-minute early arrival and a 15-minute late arrival to be allowed. Anyone arriving outside of these times will not be allowed entry onto the attraction. The new validity windows will be required for the future rollout of more advanced next-gen FastPass systems, which will require a much tighter control of FastPass entry than what the current system offers. So basically, it's because they're upgrading with the whole next-gen stuff. They're going to have to really, you know, be strict with the FastPass times. The current FastPass system does not allow early arrival times, but does allow late arrivals up to the end of the day, which was nice for touring plans and stuff. So many guests will, you know, make use of the late arrival tolerance with the current system. So the new enforcement will be a significant impact to those guests' touring plans. This guy right here. So all my touring plans are kind of you know jumbled now. In more FastPass news, there will be soon be FastPass at the Seas with Nemo and Friends at Epcot, and the Finding Nemo the musical at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So pretty soon there will be FastPasses there, so just remember that. On a tour to celebrate the 2nd anniversary of her Let's Move initiative, First Lady Michelle Obama spoke to hundreds of children and parents at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex about the importance of healthy living. She also recognized the efforts of Disney Magic of Healthy Living, which partners with parents in their quest to raise healthy, happy kids. For video of the event, click the link in the description box. I have it right down there. So check it out. It's YouTube. It's cool stuff. The scaffolding is now down at the Dumbo Big Top, which will be soon be home to the interactive queue area for the new Double Dumbo attraction. Work is still underway on adding color to the other structures in the Dumbo area. Dumbo is expected to be the first part of the new Fantasyland to open in mid-March. It's coming up pretty soon, so it's going to be really cool to see, you know, exactly what's going on. They're doing a lot of work over in the Fantasyland area. It's really, 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 really cool stuff. And finally, the official Disney Parks blog announced opening fall of 2012 will be a new Kilimanjaro Safari Savannah space featuring zebra. The area will be added by removing the existing Little Red set pieces from the finale of the attraction. The poaching element of the story has been gradually phased out of the attraction over the past few years, and the removal of Little Red has been speculated ever since the last story change in 2007. Work is expected to begin in the spring, and no closures are to be expected because they're just taking stuff out. So that's it for the news this week. Let's get right to the reviews. Alright guys, no requests this week, so I'm going to be back into reviewing some quick service restaurants and then, the main review. So the first thing I want to review today is the Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, located in the Frontierland section next to the Country Bear Jamboree in the Magic Kingdom. This is a quick service restaurant and is on the quick service dining plan, is the whole reason why I went there. Now this restaurant is literally on the corner of Frontierland and Adventureland, so it's hard to be missed. This can get really busy. Now the theming is it's all based on the final short of Walt Disney's Melody Time movie about Pecos Bill. Everybody knows Pecos Bill. If you don't know Pecos Bill, he was it's a story about this wild cowboy who once lassoed a tornado, amongst other things. He was like the best cowboy in the world. Actually, if you there's a Disney movie out there called Tall Tale. If you actually rent that, Pecos Bill, who's played by Patrick Swayze, is in there, and he kind of gives you a good idea of who Pecos Bill really is. But yeah, so Disney wanted to put his spin on it, so in Melody Time he actually had Roy Rogers sing a tune about Pecos Bill, and they animated to it. So that's the whole basis of the theming for the Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. Now this actually is one of the better quick service restaurants in the Magic Kingdom, but again, it gets really crowded because it is right there on that corner and it's huge. There's a lot of seating. It's really cool. Now the fare, the food that they serve there is pretty much standard quick service stuff. They got burgers and fries, but they also have some really cool different stuff. They got chili, chicken wraps, pulled pork sandwiches, which is nice. They even have some veggie burgers and different things like that, and salads. Now to order, it's actually automated. There aren't people there. You actually walk up, you swipe your card, and you choose everything, and that's even how you pay. And then you walk up, grab your stuff, because it prints out your ticket and everything. It was actually pretty cool, but ours was kind of glitchy a little bit, but we still got our stuff. It was fine. We didn't have many problems, but just because so many people were tapping the screen, I think the sensitivity the sensitivity to the screen, the touch screen was a little off. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're down there. Now after you get your food, one of the coolest things about this place is the toppings bar. This rivals Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe. I mean, this place even has freshly sauteed onions that you can put on your burgers and whatnot. They have jalapenos, they have all the other different things that you could ever want, but they even have a person right there freshly sauteing onions for you. And let me tell you, when you put them on a burger, it's good stuff. Now there is plenty of seating for this place. There's plenty of indoor and outdoor seating. They're recently renovating it a lot on the outside, to make the exterior a little bit better. We went and when it wasn't too busy, so that was good. But during the lunch hours, like pretty much from 11:30 to 2, it can get crazy busy because it is one of the bigger quick service restaurants in the area, and it moves a lot of people. I got the pulled pork sandwich. I think my brother got a burger, so he enjoyed it. I know he enjoyed his, and I enjoyed mine, so that was really good. Overall the experience was a very good experience. So what am I going to give the Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, the Frontierland section of Disney's Magic Kingdom? I'm going to give it a 4 for quick service restaurants. This is definitely a 4. I highly recommend it when you go to the Magic Kingdom. Go early or a little bit later than you would for lunch. If you happen to see it and it's not busy, go in, get your food, sit down and eat. It's good food. The automated service was good. We didn't really have to wait a whole long time. They just got our food ready and got us in there. I mean, what more can you say? Plenty of seating when it's not busy. Good food, quick service, good stuff, awesome stuff. So Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, 4 stars. Check it out. Alright, now the main thing that I'm going to be reviewing today is the Disney on Ice 100 Years of Magic that recently came to the Baltimore Arena here. I had a good time with it. It was the first time I'd really ever been to a Disney on Ice, and I'd always wanted to go, so hey, why not go this year? I got my taxes back. Woohoo! So that's always fun. But I was surprised to learn a little bit about this show. This show opened originally on September 3rd of 1999 and was originally called The Magical World of Disney on Ice. Now this show has gone through a lot of evolutions over the years, adding and taking out of different, movies for different segments. I mean, this show has had Aladdin, Sleeping Beauty, Aladdin's still there, but it also had Alice in Wonderland, and even had Tangled in some areas, but they didn't have Tangled when we went there this past time. Now let me give you the whole story of how this thing came along. We got our tickets on Ticketmaster, easy stuff. We parked, we went in, there was vendors selling everything. I mean, I even got this there. This was my mug that had what was it, a snowball in it, which is actually pretty cool. Finding Nemo mug there. And it also, there was programs and popcorn, cotton candy, all the good, circus fare. I kind of call it that. And it is overpriced, so bring a whole lot of money. Aside from the local stuff that you can buy there. If you want to buy the special stuff, I think that cost me like 12 bucks for that. I mean, a little bit of snowball in there, so whatever. But it was nice, and obviously, as you can see right there, you got the rink right in the middle, and wherever the main stage is in your arena, that's where this castle facade will be, and they actually do a lot of different things with that, and it's amazing how they can make one castle, be a different backdrop, even for each and every single thing. So that was actually really cool. But like I said, they introed it with the classic characters, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy. They're just doing all their hijinks and stuff, which was really cool. It's interesting to see how they skate and act while skating, which is pretty cool. Then there were different segments where you're taken through Disney movies or many different Disney movies in a hurry. That's pretty much the whole thing here. Now the length of this show is it's two 1-hour segment, the two 1-hour blocks of segments with an intermission in between. So there's like 5 different segments in the first block and 5 different segments in the second block. So it's really kind of that's how it's situated. Now the different segments that we had included many different classic Disney movies. There was Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast. There was a princess segment which included The Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, and others. There was Toy Story segment. There was an Incredibles segment of Finding Nemo, Mulan, and even my favorite, which was The Small World. That was really fun. They even did like kind of a Spectro Magic Small World Main Street Electrical Parade version, which was very cool. I enjoyed that as well. The skating was very well performed, and the musical segments were fun. I mean, the music was really good. They had all your favorite tunes in there. It was just really cool, and it was really interesting to see how they shrunk down each movie into like a 10-15 minute segment. I mean, like the one that's kind of stuck out with me is Mulan. You know how Mulan, she takes her father's place and joins the army and all that stuff. I mean, we went from her wanting to become a wife, a suitable wife, and then right into the father having to go to war, and then she said no, and then the father disowned her or something, and then it just like all that happened in approximately 10 seconds. It's like, whoa, slow down, hey, take it easy, or just cut that out. Just cut that right out. But overall, it's not as jarring as that. It's just it's funny to see how they shrunk these these movies down into a 10-minute segment. And it was cool to see how they, how they simulated the avalanche. They did it with a lot of sheet workers, a lot of implied stuff that the kids might not get, but older Disney fans that understand, how performance art goes, I got it. It was actually really cool. Now again, this is a kids show, so there will be kids doing there will be kids there being kids and doing kids stuff, meaning they will be kicking the back of your seat, they will be coughing, running, climbing on things, crying, laughing, and all the other stuff. So if you're planning on going there, with a date or whatever, make sure she really likes Disney and stuff and really wants to go to the Disney on Ice. Otherwise, you're going to be looking back at kids, kicking the back of your seat. Not saying that happened to me, but yes, it happened to me. And there was a kid behind us that wouldn't stop coughing. I'm sure he had some sort of laryngitis. I'm going to die soon from it. oh geez. But anyway, no. But there was a kid back there, and he was coughing and doing all that stuff. But it's just, it has to be expected. If you're going to a circus or an ice show or a kid show, that's just how it's going to be. So just keep that in mind when you're going to this show. So what am I going to give Disney on Ice 100 Years of Magic? They have different shows that come out, but this 100 Years of Magic show really was awesome. A lot of classic stuff, a lot of stuff that I remember and I enjoyed. So I want to be giving this show 4 stars. I had a really good time. The show was great. It was fun. I think I think the friend that went with me had a good time. She didn't tell me otherwise. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And so yeah, the Disney on Ice 100 Years of Magic skate show, 4 stars. Check it out if it's in your local area. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Disney news and reviews. Again, I'm sorry if I'm off a little bit. Just the whole family stuff, just been crazy. My grandmother underwent some breast cancer surgery and just crazy stuff. Just a lot of drama this week that I'm just really happy that it's all over and behind me. Just so we can move on to the next week and everything like that. So if anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I really like doing this. I really do, because you fans, really, you got my back. And I know that. You are the ones that I can depend on to always have my back right here. This is you. Right there. I appreciate you and I love you guys for it. Yeah, but you can also go to allears.net, towingplans.com, wdwmagic.com for all your latest and greatest Disney news. WaltDisneyWorld.com is good too, straight from the horse's mouth stuff. I mean, you can't go wrong. But yes, I will be back next week for another Disney news and reviews. I promise you guys. And I'll try to make it a good one. I'll show you, I don't know, Indiana Jones or something like that. It's going to be an on-ride video, so don't worry about it. I'll make next week a really good one. Sorry for the solemnness of this week. So see you guys next week for another Disney news and reviews. Bye guys.